Environmental ethics and its 7 principles. Good day everyone, I am Ryan Llera and I'll be the first reporter for this topic. So, first and foremost, we'll discuss about the environmental ethics. So, the environmental ethics is provide a framework for each evaluating human actions, policies, and attitudes from ecological and moral standpoint. And it's synchronized in how our choices are both individual and collective impact to our ecosystem, biodiversity, natural resources, and the overall health of the planet. And now, we will proceed to the first part of the 7 principles in environmental ethics. So first is nature knows best. So nature knows best. This principle is the most basic fact of encompasses all others. Humans have to understand nature and have to abide by the rules of nature dictates. One of the natural processes and needs in serious attention is the nutrient cycling in nature. Nutrients pass from environment to the organisms and back to the environment. For example, burning of farm waste instead of allowing them to decompose naturally, which is it will benefit the area that you throw the waste in. Nature has also its built-in mechanism to maintain the balance of the homeostasis, the availability of nutrients, conductiveness of the environment for growth and reproduction, and the feeding relationship exists between and among organisms which serve as the population controls. For example, the rat population is controlled the presence and the numbers of predators, example snakes, which is it could benefit in farms. Also, the use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers disrupt the check and the balance in ecosystem. It can either kill the vital organisms direct to induce genetic changes result by the resistant pest and organism. Nature isn't just a collection of random things, it is a super smart system with its own built-in ways of keeping in everything in balance. This balance is called the homeostasis, which basically means staying the same or keeping things stable. Imagine an ecosystem like a farm field and the surrounding areas as a very complex machine. Every part has an important job and help keep the whole thing running smoothly. Nature's check and balance in systems ensures that no one part gets too strong or too weak. That's all for this part, and thank you.
Environmental principle of nature. All forms of life are important. Each organism plays a fundamental role in nature. It is easy to appreciate the beautiful butterflies, especially knowing their important role in pollination. For instance, it has been customary for many to step on any wriggling creature without even considering why God made them in the first place. This principle means that every organism, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of nature. Every creature contributes to the ecosystem, whether through pollination, decomposition, or serving as a part of the food web. Humans often value only in the visually appealing or obviously useful animals, like butterflies, and disregards others like earthworms. But both are essential to nature's processes. Example is earthworms. May seem unremarkable, but they improve soil fertility by breaking down organic matter aerate the soil, helping roots to grow better, support plant life, which is turn supports herbivores and predators. Next principle. Everything is connected to everything else. This principle is best exemplified by the concept of the ecosystem. In a lake ecosystem, the organisms are linked to one another through their feeding habitat level and are also dependent on other physicochemical factors in the lake, amounts and types of gases, temperature, pH, and etc. This principle may be discussed in local, regional, or global perspective. Deforestation in the mountains may affect the lowlands through floods, drought, and erosion. This principle, which means how all parts of the environments are independent, means what happens in one area affects others, sometimes in unexpected ways. Nature functions as a, as a web of relationship in ecosystem. Living organisms depend not only on each other for food, for food and shelter but also on non-living factors like temperature and nutrient levels. This principle can be applied on different scales, from the smallest pond to global climate system. Example is deforestation. In mountain regions, may seems localized, but it causes soil erosion, loss of tree cover, and disrupted wildlife habitats. In short, cutting trees in one place can lead to floods in other. The environment is never isolated. It's on big conversation which every action speaks, and a single decision in agriculture can ripple through ecosystem, economies, and communities, showing how deeply everything is intertwined. Next principle. Everything changes. It is said that the only permanent thing is change. As a general classification, change may be linear, cyclical, or random. The environment is constantly changing. Organisms also evolve through time. Humans should rethink their relationship with the environment. Changes that they think may be beneficial to environment often turn out to be disastrous. This principle emphasizes that transformation is constant future of both the environment and life itself. Environmental changes happens due to natural cycles, life seasons, volcanic eruption, and human activities like urbanization and pollution. Organisms evolve over time to adapt to these changes. Not all change labeled improvements, but humans actually benefit nature. Some can lead to destruction or imbalance. Example, climate change causes like warmer temperature, melting ice, rising sea levels, and displacement of coastal communities. Just like the image, trees divided between sunny and stormy. Our environment transforms, and we must rethink how our actions contribute to those changes. Another example, urbanization and bird migration. As cities expand and forests are cleared, birds lose their natural habitats. Some species adjust their migration routes or timing to cope with noise, light, and temperature changes. Others struggle to survive, leading to reduced population or even extinction on extreme cases. A forest once filled with bird calls can become a silent urban block, proof that human development reshapes nature.
Hi everyone, my name is Jerick M, and my report is first, everything must go somewhere. So it emphasizes that waste doesn't disappear. It transforms and move to the another location. So whether it piece of paper or more countless ways it impact the environment. So the principle calls for awareness of waste types, including hazardous materials, and promote responsible disposal to minimize environmental damage. So second is ours is a finite or limited earth. So it focuses on the finite nature of earth resources. It highlights the distinction between renewable and non-renewable resources can be depleted if overused or damaged. So let's proceed. Nature is beautiful and we are steward of God creation, or humans are steward of the earth. So this slide stresses our ethical responsibility to care for the planet. So it promotes appreciation of nature beauty and moral obligation to protect it. So let's proceed. Among all creatures, humans are the only ones made in God's image and have been given the right to have dominion over all His creation. So it focuses on the unique rule of human in creation. So while the concept of dominion can be misinterpreted as exploitation, and this principle is inherent in all religious and tribal beliefs. So teaching of Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam enjoin everyone to respect all life and the order of nature. So it emphasizes the universal agreement across various belief systems on the need for environmental respect. So it highlights the shared values across different cultures and religions, showing the broad consensus on the moral imperative of environmental protection. So that's all. Thank you.
In conclusion, environmental ethics provides the moral foundation for our relationship with nature. It emphasizing the inherent value of the seven environmental principles, act as a practical guide translating these ethics into tangible actions for our sustainable living. Together, they are form a crucial framework for understanding our responsibility and ensuring the healthy planet for all. If you want to keep your surroundings beautiful, first learn to take care of them and protect how God them not only for myself but for you and for all. That's all for this topic, and thank you everyone.